back in business. Class, that is, and this time with Singapore Airlines, currently ranked the #2 airline in the world. While I wait for my flight, I'm enjoying the United Polaris Lounge at the George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston, Texas. The lounge offers a buffet with a decent assortment of food and beverage options as well as a full bar. They have a variety of seating options, some super comfy and fairly private, like the one I grabbed, and most come with a great view of the tarmac, where you can watch planes come and go. Additionally, they offer showers to their guests, and who am I to pass up on that offer? They clearly didn't hold back designing this modern shower room with its own toilet, and they appeared to have a few of them available. I was told there was no time limit either, which I've heard can be a thing at some lounges, understandably. I've been looking forward to flying with Singapore Airlines for quite a while now, given their reputation for excellence, especially in regard to how well you are treated on board the aircraft by their most courteous, professional, and quite elegant cabin crew. This 22-hour flight from Houston, Texas to Singapore will involve a quick hour-and-a-half layover in Manchester, England, with 2 separate cabin crews, and will include drinks, snacks, and 4 white-tablecloth, multi-course gourmet meals, all enjoyed from the comfort of my lie-flat business class seat. Let's see what Singapore Airlines is all about. As I was getting situated in my seat, they came by with some complimentary champagne. Cheers. As you can see, there's plenty of legroom to stretch out. I've got some complimentary slippers, some socks, got the business class menu there for food and drink. There's a storage compartment that contains noise-canceling headphones, which also contains a bottle of water. Then a little bit behind me, we've got a reading lamp, some storage space, a power source to charge your peripherals, nice comfy seat. And then to my left, below the armrest, we have my seat controls, which include the adjustments for the seat, whether you want to recline or go completely flat. Notice that the lie flat is actually at an angle, but still comfy enough. My tray table is actually hidden under my right armrest, which pops up and folds down.
Pull the mask down sharply. Place it over your mouth and nose. Pull the lateral...
Cabin crew to takeoff stations.
The first leg of this journey is from Houston, Texas to Manchester, England, which is approximately 9 hours of flight time. For drinks, they offer a selection of champagne and wine, both white and red, a variety of cocktails, including the Singapore Sling, aperitifs, some spirits, hard alcohol, beer, non-alcoholic options, as well as coffee and tea. Shortly after takeoff, it was time for dinner. I started out with some salad and garlic bread for my appetizers. For my main course was port wine braised short rib, served with green beans, baby carrots, and cheddar mashed potatoes. The short rib was incredibly tender. You could pull it apart with just a fork, and the flavor was spot on. For dessert was spiced apple cake. Only a few hours later, as we neared Manchester, England, it was now time for breakfast. I started out with some Greek yogurt, croissants, and some fresh fruit. My main course was seafood congee, which is rice porridge with fish fillet, prawns, scallops, and Chinese crullers. After an hour and a half layover in Manchester, we began our 13-hour journey to Singapore. Singapore Airlines takes their food and drink options quite seriously. This menu is anything but simple. In fact, it resembles a high-end restaurant. They really seem to have something for everyone. For lunch, I started out with the yellowfin tuna oka, ikura, coconut cream, and shiso, which is actually one of my favorite meals of the entire trip, and it also came with some focaccia bread. My main course was pan-roasted Cornish cod fillet and caper gherkin sauce. And for dessert, they were extra generous and just gave me all three options on the menu, which included fresh fruit, dark chocolate crémeux, and a tartufo classico, which is a cocoa and hazelnut encrusted chocolate ice cream. Speaking of excellence, I had asked my flight attendant if she had any personal recommendations for Singapore, so she provided this extensive list of recommendations. One of the perks of being in business class, they provide you with an amenity kit so you can freshen up. With my seat in the fully reclined position, I was now ready to get some sleep. Yes, it does have a seat belt that you can wear while sleeping, so if you hit turbulence, you don't go flying up into the ceiling. And they provide some bedding. Although I am oriented at an angle, it was still quite comfortable. A few hours later, as we neared Singapore, it was now time for breakfast. I started with some fresh fruit, a croissant, and my main course was braised beef brisket noodle. And after 22 hours of flight time, we arrived in Singapore. I was thoroughly impressed with my experience aboard Singapore Airlines in business class. What would have been 22 hours of torture in economy class was simply delightful in business class. The dining experience alone was totally worth the trip. As anticipated, both cabin crews were incredibly polite, professional, and extremely hospitable. Specifically for their Airbus A350-900 aircraft, I found the overall layout aesthetically pleasing and modern without being sterile. And as a solo traveler, I appreciated the 1-2-1 layout, which ensures a little bit extra privacy for those on the periphery.
Welcome to Singapore, ladies and gentlemen, and to all Singaporeans and residents of Singapore, a warm welcome home. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is off. Please take care when opening the overhead compartments and remember to take all your belongings with you. It's been our pleasure serving you on this flight. Thank you for flying Singapore Airlines, a member of Star Alliance.